Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we got our Monstrum 6x24x50 scope, and we've got the Avenger sitting out here ready to accept it. But before we get started, I would like to take this time to show you an update on yesterday's video, which was or day before yesterday's video, on the scope cap covers. And we've already seen the bison, buffalo, and then I went and did 3 more. This one we got the deer horn, and I actually have that on my Avenger. So what do you think, guys? Got it on both sides, if you guys can see that. Alright, so we got the deer horns, and these are ready to go out as soon as you guys rush to get them. I mean rush. Alright, and then we've got the one with the, just says bison. And then we've got another one that has a maple leaf. So basically all I do is just 3D print these things, and once they're done, then I take and put them on the sandpaper flat like that and just sand them until that turns gray, so that it gives it a different accent. But anyway, let's go ahead and tear into the Monstrum and see what we got. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and cut this. Box looks like it's in rough shape right there. Alright, so then we've got Ziploc bag with a lifetime guarantee. Lifetime, lifetime, lifetime. Yeah, I said that 3 times. But that's an important part of this. I bet you they don't honor it either. I bet nobody honors a lifetime. Then we got a sticker that'll go on my toolbox. Then we've got the owner's manual. Probably tells you nothing. They never do. Now, this is actually a little more detailed than I'm used to. Alright. So now we've got cleaning cloth. Comes with it. And then we have how to mount your scope. We already know how to do that. That's a book for dummies. Alright, now we've got a set of scope rings. And we'll tear into that and see what they look like. Well, they look pretty decent, and they've got star. I do believe that's a star. Yep, they don't have an Allen, they have the star, which is okay. And they seem to be nicely machined. So we got 2 of those. And your star wrench. That's something stuck to my finger. Alright, so now we'll pull out the scope and I hope this is all that I expect it to be. If not, I'm going to be upset. It's a lot of money for a scope for it to not be what I expect it to be. Alright. I had thought about getting the tan one, but I figured I'd stick with the black. That's actually in a backpack. And I got a dull knife. Let me get my scissors. Figured I better get my eyes just in case I needed it. Still haven't got my groundhog. This ain't as packed, it ain't packed as well as some of the reviews I've seen. They had, theirs was packed really well, so I guess it must make the difference of who's actually sending it to you, whether it be Monstrum or wherever else you can buy this scope. But they got the sunshade. That's a pretty long one too. That's the longest sunshade I've ever seen. They put it on there after the flip cap. If I can get it off. So you got the back flip cap. And then you got the sunshade here. That's a pretty long one, ain't it? Alright. Well, I see something missing. They advertised these with a honeycomb filter. I don't see that nowhere. So right off the bat, I'm starting to feel like maybe there's some misadvertisement going on, or they're doing it on purpose so that they can sell them, but they're not actually giving it up. I've seen companies that'll do that, but we don't know what the deal is. I'll have to go read the listing. I was going on the reviews where everyone, in fact, somebody had commented on the last video about this scope, me telling about me getting it, and he said that his came with a honeycomb filter, so this one did not. So let's go ahead and see, let's look in it. So somebody was asking the other day on one of his videos, I was watching a video on, I think it was this one, and he was wondering about what this nub was. This nub is where they fill it, and this is basically just a plug, and that's what that's for. Now I've noticed that on the parallax that there's a mark or a point right there showing where 0 would be on the parallax, and you have the lighted reticle, and that is pretty stiff. Yeah, we got red and green. So let me get back to 0. So I guess B is for black. I guess if it runs the battery dead, I'll find out I was wrong. Alright, so that feels pretty stiff, and I'm assuming that the battery goes in this end. Yes. So we've got our battery in here. Now, some of them I've seen had a push button on the side. But I've looked at so many scopes I may have it confused. Alright, then you got your parallax that is from 20 yards. Yeah. 20 yards up to infinity. And the graduations are 20, 30, 50, 75, 100, 200, 300, 600, 750, and 1000. So this is a long range scope. And then you got your 24 power, 6x24, and that's pretty stiff. It's not going to turn on you by accident, I can promise you that. And then you got your focus ring, and it feels like it's got a good seal on it, because this is actually what seals your scope also. Alright, then you got your I don't believe these are locking. They're not. That's a little disappointing. They're resettable, I believe. But they're not locking. Yep. So the clicks sound pretty good. It's got nice consistency to it. And let's try the windage. Sounds exactly the same. So that's good. Parallax moves pretty smoothly. Alright. So now, let's look at the glass. They're coated glass, and they appear to be nice. I'm looking at the other end for a reason. Alright. It's got a nice crosshair on it, but we're going to show you that here in a minute. So let me get this mounted and get my Tacticam hooked up, and we're going to see if we can do the box test and see how she tracks, and we'll see you then. Alright guys, I'm looking through it to get my where I want it set before I stick the Tacticam on it, simply because once I get the Tacticam on it, I can't adjust the focus. Now I like to set mine so that my crosshairs are the way I like them. This one don't have numbers in it. And at least you can focus this one. Alright. So, well, wrong one. Getting hand tied here. Alright. That'll work. Alright, so now I've got it set for where we're going to be showing our test. Alright, so now we're going to start it off right there. Alright, so now we're going to turn the top up. And we're going to go down. One full revolution. Now we're going to go to the right, I think. Now we're going to go to the left. One full revolution. Then we're going to go up. And then we're going to go and see if we get back to where we was. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. And we're right back where we was. So it tracks pretty good. Looks good to me. So now I'm going to shoot the target, move all my junk out of the way here, and we're going to see how hard it's going to be to sight this thing in. So I need to get some paper out there, and we'll be back. So there you have the shots. Turn the Tacticam off. Yeah, this thing never wants to work correct. There it went off, I think. I don't like a camera I can't see a lens or a monitor on it. You just have to hope that you got the shot. Alright, and they are a little difficult to get off. Alright, so I had to change the ring because the other scope, the O-Hunt, takes a different kind of different size. I need to come over about a 1/2 inch to the right, but other than that, that was hole on hole pretty much. I hit one center, but that was a flyer that just happened to hit center. But I'm liking it. I think it's going to make me a nice scope, but the O-Hunt fooled me too, so now I'm skeptical. So only time will tell. I didn't like the fact that it didn't come with the honeycomb filter, which everybody on YouTube is advertising, saying that that's what they come with. In fact, somebody commented saying that. So, other than that, I don't see any real issues to be concerned about. So I don't know what else I need to do to show any more for this scope. I think I've pretty much taken care of everything. It's got real good glass. It's crystal clear. Now I can handle this. I could not get that O-Hunt to look like this. And I'm looking at 60 yards now, and yes, everything is crystal clear. I might be able to see where I'm hitting this time. So, until we do an update on this, which would be quite a while from now, this is about the best I can do on this scope. This is a Monstrum 6x24x50 FFP side parallax. Does not have locking turrets. They look like they could be reset, but let's just test that theory right now. Let's just see if they can be reset. Right now I've got it set. It's on 4.5. Alright, so we've got that one zeroed. You just pull this screw out. Of course, you want to make sure that you hold that so it don't click. So now we've got the elevation set to 0. Let's see where we're at on this one, so we can put it back 6, just in case we turn it. So this is actually the first time I've ever done this. I've never reset these because I never really pay attention to them. Alright, so now we need to bring this one to a 1. I mean to a 0. And there's 0. So now we have this set at 0 at 30 yards. Use a wider screwdriver if you ever do this. Alright, so we're back at 0. Now that upsets me that that's not locking turrets. Other than that, that and the honeycomb filter is the only gripes I have. I should have got the honeycomb filter. Not that I use it. Once in a blue moon I'll put one in it just for looks, depending on how I want the picture to look when I take a picture of my gun. But other than that, for use, but I like to have the option there. So if I don't use it, that's fine. But I like to be able to use it if I had it. You understand that? Anyway, don't forget to have your bison coffee. And we'll get back into Trump coffee eventually. I was getting too smart, and I had to lay off of the Trump coffee for a while. So, anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.